Well, howdy. Good evening, concert goers. My name is Dr. Chris Hollister, Assistant Superintendent for the one and only Chaffey Joint Union High School District. The Ontario, we can clap for that. The Ontario-Chaffey Community Show Band and the Ovitt family are dang proud to present an evening of country music featuring a collection of exciting country hits. Our talented soloists include Chaffey High School alum Jim Curry, the outstanding and nationally acclaimed John Denver tribute artist.
Come, let me love you. Come, love me again.
Show band musicians Tom Elvis Hill.
Everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John.
Francisco Mowatt. And Assistant Director Pat Arnold. They'll be accompanied by the outstanding musicians of the show band. Also, we're proud to honor 3 music students from the Ontario-Montclair School District.
Well, howdy, folks. My name is Laura Porter. I'm a teacher, and I operate the Special Education Transition Program for the Chaffey Joint Union High School District. It is my pleasure to introduce 3 talented student musicians. Each will be presented a Jack Mercer Brass Scholarship Award by Gary Ovitt, president of the Friends of the Show Band.
Our first recipient is Anthony Causor, an 8th grader at De Anza Middle School. He plays the trumpet in the school's advanced band and the district honor jazz band. Anthony shares, I started playing the trumpet in 2021. I wanted to play an instrument since I was little in elementary school. Other than playing the trumpet, I like taking pictures, and I'm the school photographer for my middle school. My other hobbies are playing basketball and video games. Let's give a hand for Anthony Causor.
Thank you, Anthony. That was wonderful. Our next soloist is trumpeter Gabriel Leon. He's been playing the trumpet for a little over a year and plans to keep on playing it. Some of his other interests are playing sports, video games, and just hanging out with friends and family.
Our final soloist is Yvonne Salcido, currently an 8th grader at Oaks Middle School. She plays in the Advanced Band and the Eagle Pride Marching Band. She started playing the trumpet in 4th grade, and Yvonne states, "I'm so happy to be a recipient of this scholarship. I'd like to attend Cal State Fullerton one day and become a crime scene investigator." Let's give a round of applause for Yvonne Salcido.
Great job. That's not easy to do, huh? Well, now I'd like to introduce and acknowledge the hard work done by Ontario Montclair School District music teacher Denise Dominguez. She supervised the audition selection process for the Jack Mercer Brass Scholarship Program. Thank you, Denise. The musicians were very talented, and we really enjoyed listening to their solos.
And now we're plumb proud to get into the show band's tunes tonight. Country music developed out of the hills of Appalachia more than 300 years ago. Over time, it's transformed itself through 6 generations of form and style. In 2009, a poll indicated that country music was the most listened to musical genre in the United States. Tonight, you'll be treated to several famous country hits. We hope you enjoy the songs the show band has selected for you. We begin our show with a medley of well-known country hits that include 16 Tons, the Tennessee Waltz, Ghost Riders in the Sky, Release Me, Big Bad John featuring vocalist Tom Elvis Hill, and the Johnny Cash hit song, Folsom Prison Blues. That one's my favorite one, Folsom Prison Blues. And now, let's get the show started. Please give a nice round of applause to the Ontario-Chaffey Community Show Band and director Dr. Gabe Petrocelli.
every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive about 6'4", weight 235. Everybody narrow at the hip. Everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Big Bad John. Nobody seemed to know where John called home. He just drifted into town, stayed all alone. He didn't say much, kind of quiet and shy. If you spoke at all, you just said hi to Big John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got into a fight over Cajun Queen. Crash and blow from a shoes red hand. St. Louisiana fell at the promised land, Big John. Big Bad John. Then came the day at the bottom of the mine when the timber cracked and the men started crying. Miners were praying and their hearts beat fast. Everybody thought it'd be their last. Through the dust and the smoke of this man-made hell walked a giant of a man that the miners knew well. Grabbed the sagging timber, gave out with a groan, and a giant oak tree just stood there alone, Big John. Big Bad John, with all of his strength, he gave a mighty shove. Then a miner yelled out, "There's a light up above!" Then 20 men scrambled from their would-be grave. Now there's only one left down there to save. Catching timbers, they started back down. Then came that rumble from way down in the ground. Smoke and gas belched out of that mine. Everybody knew it was the end of the line for Big John. Big Bad John. Now they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed the marble stand in front of it. These few words were written on that stand. At the bottom of this mine lies a big, big man, Big John. He's really big, 6'6", maybe 245, Big Bad John.
Well, that was fun. Well, Folsom City Blues, that was your favorite song. Well, this next one is mine. It brings back very fond memories of my grandfather. I asked him, "What's your favorite song, Papa?" And he said, "Lucille." So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And let me tell you a little bit about it. In 1976, Roger Bowling and Hal Bynum wrote a song that was recorded that year by country music artist Kenny Rogers. It was released in January of 1977 as a final single from the album Kenny Rogers. It became Roger's first major hit as a solo artist after leaving the successful country rock group First Edition. It was an international hit and reached #1 on the Billboard Country Singles Chart and #5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Tonight, the show band features musician and vocalist Tom Elvis Hill in his rendition of Lucille. This show band will be conducted by Assistant Director Pat Arnold. Let's give them a welcoming round of applause.
You picked a fine time to leave. Something like that. There we go. You heard the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. In a bar in Toledo, across from the depot, she sat on and took off her ring. I thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over. I sat down and asked her her name. Friends finally hit her, said I'm no quitter, and I'm finally tired of my dreams. I'm hungry for the laughter, the here ever after. I'm after whatever the other life brings. In the mirror I saw him, closely I watched him. I thought that he looked out of place. Came to the woman who sat there beside me, sat there with a strange look on his face. His big hands were calloused, he looked like a mountain. I thought that soon I would be through. But he started shaking from the words he was saying, every time. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, for hungry children and crops in the field. I've had some bad times and all the sad times, but this time your hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. After he left us, I ordered more whiskey. Somehow it made him look small. From the lights of the bar room to the rented hotel room, we walked without talking at all. She was a beauty when she came to me. I thought that I'd lost my mind. I couldn't hold her from the words that he told her, coming back time after time. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, for hungry children and crops in the field. I've had some bad times, I've lived through the sad times, and this time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Fine time to leave me, Lucille. Hungry children and crops in the field. I've had some bad times, I lived through the sad times. This time your hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Thank you.
Well, tarnation, looks like Tom Hill and I have been shoplifted from the same country store. Tom's next song is an original tune written by the maestro Petrocelli. Although the name is fictitious, most of the story is true. It tells the tale of a country boy who is fond of sitting on his uncle's front porch every day and playing his guitar, but not too interested in finding a job. Listen to the story as Tom Elvis Hill sings the Ballad of Harley Joe.
Sitting on the front porch is what he does. He stays, not a worry in the world. I'd like to tell you a story about a good old country boy. Nice little fellow, soon you'll find out, not too ambitious. But this is how it goes, so better listen up. Here we go. He wakes up every morning, about 10:30 or so. He needs a little pushing, get him up and go. He wanders in the kitchen for a cup or two of joe and finds an empty pot. Who would have known? He should have known. He searches for the paper, finds it in the trash. He grabs him on the counter with grease and cigar ash. He finds some lemonade and a half a Hershey bar. Then smiles because he knows the morning going great so far. Sitting on the front porch is what he does each day. Never in the world, no bills he has to pay. He better thank his Uncle Ned and little Auntie B for giving him the chance to be whatever he wants to be. He's hoping to keep things just the way they are. No plans to get a job, just playing his guitar. Some people say he's such a well-off so-and-so. He says, yes, I bet I know, 'cause I am Harley Joe. Sitting on that front porch is what he does each day. Worried about the world, he has no bills to pay. Better thank his Uncle Ned and little Auntie B for giving him the chance to be everything he wants to be. He's hoping to keep things just the way they are. No plans to get a job, he wants to play guitar. Some people say he's such a lucky, well-off so-and-so. He answers, yes, you bet I know, 'cause I am Harley Joe. I am Harley Joe. I want to play that guitar every day, every night. I don't want a job, just play that guitar. Thank you.
Well, we are honored this evening to have as our special guest artist Jim Curry. Jim began, you can clap for him. Jim began his musical career in high school. It was quickly evident, and you are about to see this, that not only does his voice and his appearance resemble the singer of John Denver, looks just like him and sounds just like him. He embraced the similarities and continued to sing and specialize in the songs of John Denver. So let's give a welcome round of applause for Jim Curry.
The untimely death of John Denver in 1997 inspired Jim to keep Denver's music and legacy alive. CBS television soon produced a made-for-TV movie, Take Me Home, The John Denver Story. Jim landed an off-camera singing role as the voice of John Denver. This experience inspired him to produce full-length John Denver tribute concerts.
Jim believes that John Denver's words still ring true today in terms of conflict and the environment. John's lyrics in the late 60s focused on taking pride in the natural wonders of the earth and caring for our planet and each other. Jim's mission is to continue the work of John Denver. He says, "These songs blend the images of our natural earth with the love for each other as a people."
And through the years, Jim has taken his show and message on the road to the performing arts centers and casinos in the U.S., Canada, and out to sea as one of the most popular shows on the Holland America cruise line. It's now my pleasure to introduce Jim Curry. Let's give him a rousing show band round of applause.
Thank you. It's great to be here. This is home for me. I live in Upland, California, but Ann's, my wife's family, is Ontario still and ingrained in our lives all the time. So it's wonderful to be a part of the community when we can. We tour so much, it's hard to be home, so it's great to be here. This song that we're going to start with is probably the biggest hit that John had over popularity-wise. On the charts, not so much. It only went to number 2. Not a number 1 hit for John, but nowadays, everybody knows it, from the young ones to the old. Everybody has heard this song, and it's more and more popular. It's in games now. It's in movies. You can't seem to get away from this one. Here's John's Country Roads. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mount Mama, take me home. Country road, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mount Mama, take me home. Country road, I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, sing it with me. take me home, country roads, take me home, down country road, take me home, down country road. Oh, that was fun. Over the years, John has written some of the world's greatest love songs, and many people have sung those in ceremonies, anniversaries, or weddings. I'm no different. I sang this next song at our wedding. My wife's name's Ann. You want to guess which song it was? Annie's song, that's right. So here's John Denver's Annie's song. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Come, let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Let me give my life to you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you.
Jim, you did justice to that half step. That was wonderful, wasn't it, partner? Well, the next song was co-written and recorded by American country music artist Alan Jackson with Jim McBride. It was released in May of 1993 as the third single from Jackson's album, A Lot About Livin' and a Little About Love. Alan Jackson talks about the song in the notes for his 1995 album, The Greatest Hits Collection. Jim McBride and I were trying to write up an up-tempo song, and Jim came in with the line, "Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee." It kind of went from there. It's a song about having fun, growing up, and coming of age in a small town, which really applies to anyone across the country, not just the Chattahoochee. We never thought it would be as big as it's become. You are now in for a treat as show band musician Francisco Mowatt picks up his fiddle to entertain you. Let us give him a warm round of applause as he performs Chattahoochee.
Well, thank you, Francisco. That was excellent. We are so glad that you are here tonight. What a beautiful concert we have for you, obviously. You know, we travel all around. Last month, you were doing Christmas music and a little more highbrow in some respects. Tonight, we're in West Virginia, country roads. And we just finished from getting Chattahoochee in Tennessee. And next month, Valentine's Day. And so we have so many. What a pleasure it is to be able to host all of these wonderful concerts here in this fantastic auditorium. There are so many people to thank. I'll go through them quickly. The show band production staff, which includes our librarians, Miriam Keith and Crystal Leonard, and our band manager, Bob Mattis, who contributes so greatly to us. We thank you. We have a thank you for Tim Greenwood and Magnolia Video Productions. You can watch this on the Channel 3. I watch it on Channel 3 at home, and you can watch it there too. The City of Ontario is obviously a big sponsor, and we even put them in our name, the Ontario-Chaffey Community Show Band. As well, we have the Homero Chavez, who is our show band stage manager, Chris King, Gardner Spring Auditorium technician, Chaffey High School Performing Arts Department, and Denise Dominguez, and they organized the auditions for our 3 Ontario Montclair School District students that we awarded scholarships to tonight. The Chaffey Adult School principal, Todd Haig, is very involved in this, and we are so proud of him and thankful. He's going to retire at the end of this year. What will we do without him? We have one of our performers, Dr. George Matamala, who will replace him. So that'll be outstanding. We want to thank the Woodwind Celebration for giving the pre-concert recital. As well, we have so much thanks for those generous show sponsors and donors. Tonight, Sue and I are proud to be able to sponsor this particular concert, especially since you have one of my former students playing. Guess who it is? Jim Curry. He was here as a freshman. I had him in PE, and I contributed absolutely nothing to his musical ability. Had he listened to me, he'd be in trouble. He wouldn't be playing music. Also, his wife is Ann Manning Curry. Ann Manning's father was a sergeant on the Ontario Police Department. She graduated from Chaffey High School in 1978. So they are both extremely accomplished musicians. You too, by the way, can support the show band by taking an information card or an envelope and giving us your information so that we can get hold of you. And the Hungry Tuba is really shining brightly out there tonight, if you didn't notice. It is celebrating its 100th birthday. All year long, it'll be celebrating 100 years. Amazing, isn't it? Please, fill it up. Make it feel good. And nothing hard. It needs soft money. Also, we want to thank all of you because last concert we had a challenge from an anonymous donor that if we could raise anything up to $1,500, he would match it. And we raised 1,000, so we got 2,000 out of it. Fantastic evening. Thank you for that. That was really much appreciated. And finally, it's my privilege to introduce some of our special guests. We have the City Treasurer for the City of Ontario, Mr. Jim Millhiser, who's also on our Ontario-Chaffey Community Show Band. We have Sue Mowatt, the prettiest board member Chaffey District has ever had. Thank you, Sue. We have a good friend and a Chaffey High School Tiger as well, the Vice President of the Monte Vista Water District, Mr. G. Michael Millhiser. We have Dr. Chris Hollister as one of our Ontario-Chaffey Community Show Band members as well. He's a board member. We have Gary Keith, who is here. Gary is in the back. And Gary, outstanding pastor as well. And finally, our sponsor from last month, Richard Ortiz, is here as well. Thank you, Richard, for all of your involvement in our program. And now I think it's time to get back to the music because you're going to take another trip down to the South.
Thanks, Mr. Ovitt. In 1972, Wayne Carson, Johnny Christopher, and Mark James wrote what would become a memorable country ballad. It was recorded by Brenda Lee and first released by Gwen McCrae in March 1972. The song has been a successful crossover hit, charting in both the country and western and pop categories. Elvis Presley's recording was the first hit version of the song. AllMusic lists more than 300 recorded releases of this song in versions by dozens of performers, including Willie Nelson's Grammy Award-winning version in 1982. Tonight, the show band features assistant director Pat Arnold in his vocal rendition of Always on My Mind. The show band will be conducted by assistant director David Shafsma.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as good as I should have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as often as I could have. Little things I should have said and done, I never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. And I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. If I made you feel second best, I'm so sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied, keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my
That was beautiful. Pat's next selection is a tenor saxophone feature. The song has an interesting history. The opening riff or phrase was first recorded in 1940 by a small group led by Duke Ellington under the title, "That's the Blues, Old Man." Ellington used the same riff as the opening and closing theme of a longer composition, Happy-Go-Lucky Local. Jimmy Forrest was part of Ellington's band when it performed this composition, which has a long tenor saxophone break in the middle. After leaving Ellington, Jimmy recorded the blues tune and had a major rhythm and blues hit. Many other artists have recorded the tune, notably country music tenor saxophonist Boots Randolph. Let's give Pat a rousing round of applause as he performs Night Train.
It's now my doggone pleasure to welcome back Jim Curry.
There's a number of great songs that have some really good stories behind John's music. This one that we're going to do next is one that was used in a movie. Most people know this song from that very same movie of the title of the song, Sunshine on My Shoulders. And it was a very sad movie, and people remember this song from that movie. But I think John's wife, Annie, said it best. You know, it was lyrics like this song that were so simple, yet meaningful, you know, in what you give to someone else, and that hope for just one more day. So here's Sunshine on My Shoulders. Ready? Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. And if I had a song that I could sing for you, I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. And if I had a wish that I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always almost all the time makes me high. Sunshine almost always. Thank you, thank you. There are over 290 songs recorded by John Denver. I get asked a lot what my favorite John Denver song is. It's very difficult to pick one. There's many for many reasons. All the environmental songs, the love songs, world peace. So many great, great messages in his music. But I connect to this next song I want to share with you because it's really written about my life. Now, this is a song he wrote about his very first guitar that his grandmother gave him. And so it was a very personal message for him as well. But doing what we do, my wife and I, we tour the country all year long. We have crossed this country coast to coast in the last year 10 times touring. And so, this song really wraps up this story because when I met Ann, it was the music, it was the guitars that brought us together. She's a wonderful guitar player and mandolin player and a beautiful harmony singer. And so she's on the road with me all the time. It's a great life. We love this. And being a military family, my dad, we would move about every 4 to 6 years somewhere in the country. And it was the guitar. When I left Ontario, went to Dickinson, Texas, it's a very small town. This would have been, a graduating class of almost 3,000. Dickinson, Texas was 300. And so it was the guitar. I was the new kid from California, and it was the guitar that brought a lot of new friends to me in that little town. And now that I've been doing this, going on now 23 years full time, this song that John wrote really wraps up my story as well. It's called This Old Guitar. This old guitar taught me to sing a love song, showed me how to laugh and how to cry. It introduced me to some friends of mine and brightened up some days and helped me make it through some lonely nights. Oh, what a friend to have on a cold, lonely night. This old guitar gave me my lovely lady. It opened up her eyes and ears to me. It brought us close together, and I guess it broke her heart. And it opened up the space for us to be. What a lovely place and a lovely space to be. This old guitar gave me my life, my living, all the things you know I love to do. To serenade the stars that shine from a sunny mountainside, but most of all to sing my songs for you. Ooh, I love to sing these songs for you. Yes, I do, you know. I love to sing my songs for you. Ooh, Thank you so much. Well, John Denver has had the honor as a singer-songwriter to have not only one, but at least 2 songs credited to his songwriting that became official state songs. Take Me Home, Country Roads with West Virginia, and this next song. This is the song that we open almost every concert we do, and those are hundreds of concerts over the years, all open with this song, and it's a lot of fun to play. This took a lot of time for me. When I started playing guitar in junior high, I just strummed. I didn't pick. And John had some amazing guitar licks that go along with his music. But I found out it was Mike Taylor who co-wrote. John gave him credit on this, probably just because of the lick. That lick became the signature of this song. But playing that and singing at the same time was like doing one of these. So it took me about a month of line by line working this out to where it became kind of mechanical on the playing so I could think about the words. But here's John's, one of his biggest hits. And thank you for coming out and supporting our live show tonight. We really appreciate that. And I'm honored to be here with Gabe. He did a great job with these arrangements. And it's a great, great group of musicians here. Thank you all. It's been a lot of fun. Here we go. Rocky Mountain High. Born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away on the road, hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. Keeps changing fast, it don't last for long. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountains. He saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept the memories. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forest and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His side is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. But talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poorer man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, it's a Colorado Rocky Mountain High, and I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High.
Just a few announcements. First of all, I want to thank the absolutely wonderful musicians behind me, the musicians of the greatest show band in all the land, the Ontario-Chaffey Community Show Band. Wonderful group of individuals. My very sincere thanks to Gary Ovid and the Friends of the Show Band for their undying support. Our esteemed and distinguished narrators, Dr. Chris Hollister, and the beautiful Laura Porter. I also want to thank Ruby Levitt, Robin Denegri, and John Hart, wherever you are here, for helping with the hospitality. If anybody's interested in helping us, please see Ruby or me or anybody in the band. We'd love to have you. I'm really proud to announce that one of our band members has been elected to the Upland Unified School Board. Now that in itself is great news, but this young man he's old enough to be my great-great-great-grandson. He's a Harvard graduate, Christopher Cruz. Stand up, Christopher. He is going to do a fantastic job for the Upland School District. Very proud of you, Christopher. I want to thank our new trumpet player in the back, Dr. George Keeler. George, thank you for joining us. I want to thank my wonderful wife, Susan, for buying me this very nice shirt. It's the first cowboy shirt I've ever owned. It feels great. And Kathy, thanks for the bolo tie. Let's see. Now it's time to thank our absolutely wonderful soloist, Francisco Mowatt. Francisco played a solo on the saxophone, and he also played solo equally well on the violin. He's an outstanding musician. Tom Elvis Hill. Great musician, plays the bass, plays the euphonium, and sings. He knows about 500 Elvis tunes. And he'll be featured next month, or 2 months, on our 60s show. My dear friend and absolutely great musician, Pat Arnold, assistant director. And then the gentleman who's, the last time I heard a voice this pure was about 4 years ago, and it was the same person, Mr. Jim Curry. Jim, come on out, take a bow. Absolutely an outstanding musician. He is a jewel for the community, and I've enjoyed working with him. He's just an outstanding. Not only is he a great musician, he's a great person who continues to talk about John Denver and all of the things that he believed in and perpetuating his music. Thank you very much, Jim. I think with that, we're going to leave. I think we'll go over to the narrators and finish up.
Thank you, Dr. Petrocelli and the fantastic show band, as smooth as molasses in the summer. On behalf of my co-narrator, Miss Laura Porter, we thank you for joining us, and we hope that you enjoyed our evening of country music.
Well, thank you, partner. The show band concludes tonight's performance with a wish for all of you to have happy trails. We look forward to seeing you once again on February 27th at our Celebration of Love concert. You don't want to miss it. And now, happy trails, y'all.
Good evening and drive home safely.
Have on a cold, lonely night. This old guitar gave me my lovely lady. It opened up her eyes and ears to me. It brought us close together, and I guess it broke her heart. And it opened up the space for us to be. What a lovely place and a lovely space to be.